In this video, I'm going to show you how to get running on Zwift with a Garmin device using the Garmin Virtual Run feature. The Virtual Run feature is available in the following models, and usually it's the Fenix 6 and above, and also the Forerunners that end in 4.5 and above, so 5.5 as well, so 2.45, 9.45, 9.55, etc. Make sure your device has got the latest firmware, so plug it into Garmin Connect, update the device using the cable, and then you should be good to go. In order to enable Virtual Run, this is how you do it on the Forerunner. You just need to add it to your favourites first by doing the following actions.
So it's a pretty similar process on all the Garmins. This is a Forerunner 955. To add a favourite, you hold down the menu button, which is the 4 bars on the left hand side. Select Activities and Apps. Select an option, which one we want, which is going to be Virtual Run. It's all the way down the menu here. Once you've done that, you click it and do Set as Favourite. Once you do Select as Favourite, it'll ask you where to put it in its menu. So do you want it at the top, middle, or bottom? I'll keep it at the bottom. Select it, and there it is. So when you go back to the screen and start an activity, you should see Virtual Run there. Select the Virtual Run activity. It'll be ready to pair. When you've paired your devices, click the button and the activity will start.
Once you've added it to your favourites, it's then available for each time to use quickly to start as an activity. In Zwift, when you start up, it will ask you if you're going to be a runner or if you're going to be a cyclist or both. In this instance, I've just chosen run, and then it will present you with 3 metrics that you need to be able to connect to Zwift. So one metric is your heart rate, the second one is your cadence, and the third one is the speed. Speed, how fast the treadmill's running, and heart rate, obviously how fast your heart rate's going. All these metrics are recorded using the Virtual Run feature. The heart rate is recorded by the heart rate monitor on the back, which are these green lights, and that will be broadcast over to Zwift, so you can see the heart rate on the screen as you run. You can also use this as a base of your metrics to your workout training zones, your heart rate zones, and that kind of thing. Got your speed, which is the speed of the treadmill. It does require some initial setup when you start Zwift to run at 5.5 miles an hour and set your treadmill at 5.5 miles an hour. Run with the watch on and let it calibrate, and then it gets a good idea of how much effort is required by you wearing the watch and the treadmill being 5.5 miles an hour, and then it can work that out in the software to try and be as accurate as possible. But be aware that using Zwift with one of these isn't going to be 100% accurate, so if you're a professional athlete, it's probably not going to be for you. If you're someone like me who's recreational or just wants to try it, then it will be more than fine. Third of all is your cadence, how fast your feet are moving. Now it kind of works that out from your arm moving like this, but you could connect a foot pod or the Zwift Run pod to it, and this can act as a bridge, so you can pass the information to the watch and the watch can pass it to Zwift. That's particularly useful if you don't have ANT Plus on your computer and you want to just use the Bluetooth connectivity features. So ANT Plus is another way to connect to things that you'll find on the top end Garmin, and you can buy a dongle for your computer. It just means you connect many things to one host. So once you're up and running with the Zwift and your Garmin, you should be able to use that, and it'll remember it every time you come back to Zwift as a remembered device, so you won't have to go through the pairing, and if you've got it as a favourite, it should be quick to use. You'll get used to the metrics and how accurate and not accurate they are. I did find that I had to set the treadmill a bit faster than I was actually running on Zwift, but again, that doesn't say much for my treadmill because it's about 30 years old. Could be different for each treadmill model and how fast you're running with the watch. Overall though, great experience. If you've already got a Garmin, then it's definitely worth looking at. If you've got an old treadmill as well and you want to get running on Zwift, don't forget running on Zwift is free. It does ask for you the credit card information when you set up. Check out my video about setting up running with Zwift and different ways to use a non-smart trainer as well. Please consider subscribing. Let me know if you found this video useful or if you've got any experience or tips in the comments below, and I'll catch you in the next one. Thanks again.